Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. And today we're going to talk about something that we all know, and I personally know is very beneficial to anyone who's in the food and beverage industry and that's interested in joining the festivals that we have locally here in this region, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
So, Propeller is offering, tell everyone, please, Damien.
Yeah, absolutely. How are y'all doing? My name is Damian Clark. I'm the strategic project manager at Propeller. And what we're offering is a festival vendor workshop who's it's being curated by Chef Diva Dog, Erica Lasser, where we sort of give a basic overview on how vendors and food vendors could participate in festivals here in New Orleans. A lot of the knowledge that we give to those vendors is pivotal to their success at festivals, even if it's on a small scale or on a large scale. So we try to be that resource for those business owners.
Yes, I told you before we aired that I would absolutely have appreciated a guide to
Exactly. Yeah.
figure out festivals and the like. When I started,
Yep.
it would have been invaluable to me.
Yep.
So they are offering two seminars where you can find out everything you need to know in one stop. Everything, all of those questions that you may have had could be answered there. So it's very useful if you're in the food and beverage industry in New Orleans in this region.
Absolutely.
So it's
Yep.
probably covering Jazz Fest, I'm sure, and French Quarter Fest, all of those big ones.
Absolutely. We always get questions about how to get into Jazz Fest, which on our second the second iteration of the which is a 2-day workshop. So the second day we get Jazz Fest Foundation to come and talk about the different festivals that they host, because a lot of people think that they just host the Jazz Fest, but they have the Gumbo Fest, they have the Satchmo Fest. So they have opportunities to get
Correct.
in other festivals. So Jazz Fest is, I mean, it's a legacy festival, so it's a little harder for vendors to get in that one. But the Jazz Fest Foundation comes and lets those vendors know like how they could get reach those requirements to get into Jazz Fest.
That's awesome that they are there showing up and giving the knowledge straight from the company. I
Absolutely.
love that they are supporting you with this and showing up and informing the people of the process because oftentimes, amongst myself and my food and beverage friends, oh, how do you do this? How do you do that?
Yeah.
It's always word of
Yeah.
mouth.
Yep.
And sometimes you get sketchy and shaky information.
Yeah.
So to be able to have all of this defined for you in one place, I think is awesome for all of that information. Those questions you may have had, you've been to festivals and you want to know, oh, wow, how do they do that? How could I have
Yep.
a chance to do that? You
Yeah.
can have a chance to do it. You can participate in festivals. And depending on, we were also talking about this as it relates to festivals, especially if your brand aligns with a festival,
Yep.
it's beneficial to you for various reasons.
Yep, absolutely. Because as food business and food vendors, a lot of people start off as their side hustle, right? They're cooking for their families, they're doing catering events for holidays. So this
Correct.
is a easy way to provide an on ramp for those businesses to get their products, their food in front of a mass audience, right? A lot of those food businesses aren't going to make it into the retail stores, the local stores. So this is an opportunity for them to have their products, have people taste their products, and if they have a brick and mortar, patronize their businesses as well. So, and it's New Orleans, right? So the festivals are year round. There's new festivals popping up each and every month for
Yes,
folks to
literally.
to
Everywhere you look, it's
exactly
like, oh, it's a ball shrimp festival.
exactly
Like literally.
and to showcase their products. And what we try to do is, and Chef Diva does an excellent job of using her experience to teach
Shout out to
vendors
my girl,
to
Chef, Chef
exactly to
Erica.
use her experience that she's learned in festivals and pass it on to those vendors who are looking to do
Yes, because
festivals.
she is a staple. If anyone knows, she would know. Absolutely. But it's all about, I'm sure you cover also the forms that they need because a lot of people don't understand that a lot of people don't know because they haven't done it. They don't know you need liability insurance. You
Exactly.
need, to operate at most
Yeah,
festivals,
it
so
is.
and how to get it.
Yep.
And do you cover that?
Absolutely, we definitely cover that. We let people know that, of course, there's a cost associated with it to do business, right? And pretty much this festival workshop was derived from like a lot of food vendors were getting shut down under the Claiborne Bridge, and Erica had an idea like there's not a place to where we can actually educate the folks who are food vendors or just vendors in general on how to learn the permitting process with the city of New Orleans because it can be tedious, right?
Yes, that is
Um,
another that is another leg of it though, the permitting process that goes with it that we are just unfamiliar with and don't know. And like I said, that word of mouth is good, but in passing, and you know it, as New
exactly.
Orleanians, you know, you get
Exactly.
the New Orleanians version of it, and
Yeah.
it's that similar to us giving directions over there, around the corner, you know.
Exactly.
So it's not concise. So
Yep.
this is concise. This is
Yep.
where you go to get the truth, to know how do I do X, Y, and Z,
Exactly. And you
right?
can ask all the questions that you need to learn about
That
the
part,
process.
the
Yep.
asking questions part.
Yep.
Don't ask someone who you think may have done it back in 2017
Yeah.
because also things change
Exactly.
annually. I know they do. And that's by trial and error. You have a festival, you see something didn't work, so you go back and you revamp your process, and
Exactly.
now it's a new process. So it's not what that person may have done 3 years ago.
Exactly.
So now the information is incorrect.
Yep, and a prime example of that, like we have vendors who didn't know that the sales tax changed for Louisiana and New Orleans
Correct.
in general. So it's
Things
actually
like that.
10% now. So we
Right.
actually made that a point to let these vendors know, like, hey, it changed. So you're going to be spending a little bit more on the sales tax side of things when you sell your products at these festivals. So
Yes, and do this part too. I wanted to know: do you also explain? Because I know a lot of festivals now are going cashless. Do
exactly,
you
yep.
break that down? Because this is also a new process that's fairly new.
Yep. So what's unique about the Festival Vendor Workshop is we were given square readers from Block uh, for a sponsorship. So after the workshops are done, we provide those square readers to those vendors so
So
that
Square is the sponsor.
yep. So they actually have they leave with a square reader to for a POS system. So if they don't have
Awesome.
a vendor system or and they're able to learn about how to work the POS systems as well. Festivals are going cashless. So that's that was a burden on some of the food vendors. So we wanted to provide that resource for them as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're offering this tool for someone who doesn't have any clue about
Yeah.
festivals. They
Yeah.
wanted to learn about it. If you want to learn about it, if you want to join, this will be beneficial to you and your business. And they're offering this. Tell everyone the frequency, when, and the frequency of the seminars.
Yep. So this iteration is our fall event, which is going to be October 13th and October 20th. It's going to be from 5:30 to 7:30, and all of our workshops are free. We provide this resource to vendors, to food businesses, so that they're able to participate in the festival season. And we also host another one in the spring for the spring festivals as well. So we try to keep them right before people actually go out to apply for these festivals. So if they need help, it's something they don't understand on the application process for the vendors, we're able to sort of walk them and talk them through it at these workshops.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So did you hear that? Where and who can come? Who all can come?
Anybody who's interested in doing festivals, if you're a merchant and you're looking to sell jewelry, if you're a caterer who just don't know like how to navigate the festival process, you could come. So it's pretty much open to everybody who's interested in getting their products in front of a mass audience.
Okay, that's great. So typically someone in F&B
Yep.
and is it arts and crafts as well, or
Arts
is
and
it just
crafts as well.
so
We
if
get a
you
lot
have
of
arts and
vendors. Yep.
crafts, not just it's outside of food and beverage, arts and crafts as well.
Yep.
If you foresee yourself selling at a festival and you have a product or something that you would like to share with the world at a festival, this would be beneficial to you. And where is it being held?
So it's being held at our office at 4035 Washington Avenue. It's the big orange building that everybody passes and don't know what we do.
Right?
But it's going to be at our offices on Washington Avenue.
I want you to tell everybody just what you said. They don't know what you do. It's a huge orange building. You've passed it a million times, and you probably wonder, what do they do? Like, you probably
Yeah,
may have assumed someone thought it was a construction company by the
exactly.
name in the
Yep.
building. I learned years ago what it was, but tell everyone exactly what Propeller does. This is the chance. Let's
Absolutely.
clear it up.
So we're an entrepreneur support organization, right? So we work with businesses who are idea stage all the way to growth stage. We work with legacy businesses who are looking to sort of transform their businesses to the new age and technology, and we offer programs for those entrepreneurs as well. If we host certification workshops for businesses to get their certifications with the city of New Orleans. We host project management classes for construction businesses who are looking to do job costing. We work with early childhood education centers to
Wow.
transform their home based care to brick and mortar. So anything entrepreneurship, we sort of take that on, right? We host a startup accelerator for businesses, which is like a cohort style. where we teach them about the basics of doing business. We also host a growth accelerator for businesses who are a little bit, past the business cycle and are looking to sort of scale their businesses as well. A cool saying that we always say is we try to teach entrepreneurs how to work on their business, not in their business, because a lot of people tend to use the hamster wheel
Absolutely.
working in their businesses. So we try to navigate that to make you a CEO of your business.
Right. As you and I discussed, a lot of us we flip the hustle into something.
Exactly.
And like I said, I have a business background after doing it for 25 years being in accounting. But I know everybody doesn't have a background or, just any business knowledge. And some people are older and you have to learn social media.
Exactly.
I've even heard complaints about emails and following up and just typical
Yep.
business things. A lot of us, if you're trying to grow a business but it's some things you have to learn. You must learn. It's instrumental to the overall success of your business.
Absolutely.
And like myself included. At some point, I have to learn AI,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. Everybody has questions
You're
about
gonna have to
AI.
catch
Yeah.
up with AI, and you told me that you know where I can get the education on AI.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in the developments of hosting an AI sort of business essentials class for businesses who are looking to incorporate AI into their businesses, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's just the day we live in, right?
exactly.
Right.
So
You have to
you
catch
have
up.
to use it some type of way, whether
Yeah.
that's automation for the business, automation for your website. So we try to be that resource. Uh, it's almost like a one-stop shop. We work very closely with other entrepreneur ecosystems here in New Orleans, but a lot of the businesses that we get are people who are from New Orleans who are trying to convert their side hustles into a legitimate business.
That's awesome. Finally, there are resources for someone who doesn't have the business side of their passion.
Yep,
So this is a place that you can go to prepare yourself and to help you out with those questions that you have and those simple tasks that you may not know how to do. And just having your stuff in order
absolutely.
because you have to have it in order to
Yeah,
operate.
yeah. No, definitely.
It's really, really hard. Like I was telling you, just this industry, it's just it's make or break. It'll
Yeah,
make you or break you.
yeah.
It's really, really hard, but it's great to have those resources, and
Yep,
that Propeller is offering those resources. A lot of people, like I said, you knew the building, but you didn't know exactly what
yep.
they
Yeah.
did.
So, and it's again, all of our services are free. And anybody's welcome to take advantage of those services. It's all you have to do is go to our website at gopropeller.org. And on our events, we tend to host events monthly for business owners who are looking to scale their businesses. And if you just want to come in and have a strategy session with someone on our team, we're able to do that as well. And we could provide you with that resource.
Right, right. Do you help with P&Ls? That's my question.
Yeah, absolutely. So, coincidentally enough, we do host a financial wellness collaborative in
Mhm.
collaboration with Thrive and Fund 17, who are our partners, and it's sponsored by JP Morgan Chase. And with that financial wellness collaborative, which we're going to be hosting on uh, November 4th from 5:30 to 7:30 as well, where we teach folks how to get their consumer credit in order to get business loans as well, right? Because a lot of people, the misconception is that business credit is what you need for a loan, but they actually pull your personal credit, right?
Correct.
And a lot of people don't know that, right? So
Mhm.
what we try to be is the resource to help those business owners.
So that part is very interesting, and I would love to talk about that more when we come back from our break. That is something many people have questions about lending,
Yep,
business lending. So
absolutely.
you have the resources to educate them on those things, or you can possibly direct them to where to
Sure
get
can.
proper lending, so without predatory loans.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that more when we come back from our break. We'll see you after the break. Crawbabies inside of Vaucressan's Creole Cafe, serving the best authentic Creole food in New Orleans. Gumbo, yakami, smothered okra, seafood potato, crawfish etouffee, and more. We're located at 1800 St. Bernard Avenue in the heart of the 7th Ward, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Ask about catering and event space rental. Follow us on Instagram at Eat Crawbabies NOLA, on Facebook, Crawbabies LLC. Y'all know I'm all about keeping it authentic and keeping it New Orleans. And when it comes to my Ramalade or dressing up a perfect po' boy, there's only one mayo that's been doing it right since 1927, and that's Blue Plate mayonnaise. Born right here in New Orleans, Blue Plate uses only egg yolks, just like my grandmother Viola taught me. That's what gives it that extra rich, creamy texture that makes everything taste better. You know what they say, that's the good stuff. Blue Plate mayo, made in New Orleans and made to make everything taste like family.
WBOK. Online at WBOK1230.com.
And welcome back to the Roux Chef Bunny, sponsored by Blue Plate Mayonnaise on WBOK 1230 AM. And I am back with Damian Clark from Propeller. And before we left for the break, we were going to talk about the services that Propeller offers as it relates to lending. A lot of us business owners have questions related to lending and how do you get resources to invest in your business, to grow your business, to scale your business. So, what do? You don't have those resources on hand. So, they offer that information.
Yeah, so we have a financial wellness collaborative with Fund 17 as well as Thrive New Orleans, where we take over the lending portion of it. So what that is we host a workshop where we familiarize you with the lending process and the documentation that you'll need. And what we do is we put technical assistance behind it, right? So you get up to 10 hours with the CPA to generate those profit and loss statements, those income statements, those taxes that you'll need to file in order to get a loan. And what we do is we sort of coach you through that process.
Amazing.
Yep.
Because I know I've heard that oftentimes. Oh, no one will loan a small business any money, but that's because the documentation needs to be in order.
Exactly.
And typically sometimes you need three months of bank statements.
Yep.
And a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, absolutely.
That most businesses, and like I said, in the grand scheme, if you're typically running your business, you're focused on the daily operations. So
Yep.
those things which are very important may
Yep.
fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
But they are important, and especially it's more important if you don't have the knowledge already or even know that they are necessary. So you are having a complete demo and everything else, and time with the CPA, which is valuable.
Yeah.
That someone who can guide you and tell you what is what, talk to you. So it's invaluable, and you should sign up with Propeller if you need this information. So can you sign up for that on the website?
Yep. So like again, if you go to gopropeller.org and to our events page, a lot of those events are listed on this page, or you could shoot us an email or walk in the building again, because our doors are always open for entrepreneurs who are looking for those resources. Again, all of our programming is free free for folks. We don't charge anything for you to get these services. So we're able to actually coach you through the lending process, and we even host to where we could make those introductions to those bankers as well.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Absolutely, we work a lot with community development institutions. True Fund is actually housed in our building, so Veronica at True Fund could definitely point you in the right direction if business lending is something that you're looking for.
That's awesome. That's a great resource to have. It's a very great resource to have. But also, I wanted to know, because I thought about it as you were speaking just now. Do you help a business from its inception, or does it have to actually be incorporated, or is it from the inception moment or the actual incorporation moment?
Yeah, I've worked with businesses that are just idea stage. Like they come to me and they say, "Hey, I'm thinking about starting this business. Where do I start?" Right. And we also get businesses who I have a business that was passed down to me from my family. I'm looking to innovate a little bit more. So it's anywhere on the business cycle. If we could provide a resource to it, we're able to do so.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm so glad that this exists, because, like, even myself, I need the resources.
Yeah, absolutely.
I absolutely need the resources. And they are there if you need it. So
Yep.
now there's really no excuse. Everybody needs this information. It's all in one hub at Propeller. What
Absolutely.
about coming in? Because I know some people that are listening may say, let me go on over there. I see that big orange building.
Yes.
Let me just pop right in
Yeah.
and see if what they said was true.
No, absolutely. Like I said, you could just walk into our building and meet with a staff member about your business, or you could email either one of us, and we're able to host those strategy sessions as well. We do have a co-working session, co-working facility as well. So most of the times we're meeting with folks in our co-working space to help with their businesses.
Okay. And as far as your accelerator program, it's a complete program. How long is that program?
So our startup is a 4-week program. Our growth is a 4-week program as well. We usually host our startup in the fall, which is going on right now, and the growth will start in the spring. Again, those accelerators are free. All you have to do is fill out an application. We vet the application processes for those entrepreneurs, and we let you know if you're in the accelerator or not. But we do these year round. But
So they graduate. They actually it's a
Absolutely.
program and they actually graduate.
Yep.
Because I do remember going to an event at Propeller.
Yep.
And I think it could have been a graduation, but it was like all the people I saw their
Yeah.
plaques. I was like, this is cool.
Yep.
It's really cool. So it's an actual program and you actually graduate.
Yep.
So and you graduate with a wealth of knowledge,
Absolutely.
of course. So it is. Either if you're in a startup phase or if you just want to scale your business,
Yep.
you have to sign up for the accelerator program, which exists at Propeller.
Yep, sure does.
Correct. So, do you want to give everyone your information where they can find Propeller, the physical address? They know it's the big orange building,
Yeah.
but let's give them the physical address and tell them the social media where they can find them.
Yep. You can find us at 4035 Washington Avenue, right off of Broad Street. Our website is gopropeller.org. All of our Instagram handles is at gopropeller.
Okay, that's great. And I ask everyone this question: are you on TikTok?
You know what?
It's
I'm not sure if
Propeller
we're
on
on TikTok yet, but I can talk to our communications director to see if we can start a TikTok. So
No TikTok. It just, I mean, this question comes up. I'm like, after everyone does this, I'm
absolutely.
like, I hate it too.
No. We should probably look into getting a TikTok. So
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right about that because, it's where all of the startup people are.
absolutely, there's a lot of knowledge on TikTok as well. So that
It
could be
is.
something that we could start. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we were talking about updating our skills. That's another one that I need to update along with AI because, yeah, I don't know. I'll log in for a few seconds and I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, and it's really beneficial for food businesses as well because
Yeah.
using influencers to get your product to mass audience is very effective.
It is, yes.
Whether it's on a product side or it's on the food and beverage side, like using influencers and TikTok is very beneficial for businesses.
It has been very beneficial to me personally.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've had a girl come and I'm still having traction from her doing her videos. So
Exactly.
it is important to have a business. It absolutely. There are tools that we must utilize to be successful in business, especially, and you have to be able to adapt
Exactly.
in this climate, especially with everything going on
No,
in the world.
Absolutely.
Look, even down to COVID, because before I did what I did, I planned a completely different business model, a food truck, and all. Then COVID came,
Yep.
just everything, So you have to be able to adapt, and you
Yep.
also need to keep your skills and your knowledge fresh.
Absolutely.
So the good thing about it is you all are making an effort to keep everything current and fresh. Like
Yep.
adding AI, I'm still afraid of it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I know a little bit, but
Right.
not enough that I probably could incorporate into my business.
Exactly.
So, given that is beneficial to someone with the business.
Yeah, and a lot of our programming is informed by our business owners, right? If it's something that they see is being a pain point for their business, what we do is we try to find the experts who could be able to do those programs to teach them. So, like I said, a lot of our programming is informed by our business owners.
That's a good thing too.
Yep.
So, from feedback, you've gone and fixed it. Okay, how can we fix this problem?
Exactly.
Great.
We survey people all the time, and so if they provide in our surveys that hey, I think you all should do this type of program,
You
we
take
come
that
together.
suggestion open.
Exactly.
That's
We come
awesome.
together as a team and we talk about it in our meetings and see if we could make something work.
Great. So I think that everyone should check out tell everyone again about the festival
Yep.
seminars. You should check it out if you're interested in participating in any of the festivals locally. They tell you a complete walkthrough of how to get started, how to participate, all of the permits you may need,
Yep.
all of the insurance certificates that you may need, and everything associated with it.
Yep. So that's October 13th and October 20th from 5:30 to 7:30 at 4035 Washington Avenue. And if you're looking to register, you could go to gopropeller.org in our events page and register your business to attend the workshop.
That's awesome. So, like I said, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yes, please.
Because again, I need that information
Yeah.
too. And it's would have saved me so much time and hassle and trouble to have something like this
Exactly.
to tell me, to guide me and tell me what to do, because I made a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
you
and
know.
and that's why like Chef Erica is so pivotal with this again, because she's the expert in festivals. She's been doing festivals,
Trial and error too.
trial and
That's
error too.
right.
So she
She's always visible at a festival.
Exactly.
I know I would trust her knowledge too, because I know she's paid her dues.
Yep.
And it's trial and error.
Yep.
We all would have appreciated a roadmap. So
Prior
this
to
is it.
festivals.
This is the roadmap we've all been looking for. It's here in seminars
Absolutely.
right now in the fall, and again during the spring when festivals start up again. Correct?
Yep, correct. We don't have the dates yet for this spring festivals,
But
but
it is planned.
it'll be in before the end of the year. We'll have it planned. Yep.
Okay, great, great, great. All right. So thank you for tuning in to the Roux with Chef Bunny today, sponsored by Blue Plate Mayonnaise on WBOK 1230 a.m. We'll be back next week with another guest.
All right.